guys, well, Meta has released a new AI model, or actually a suite of AI models called Llama 4, and it is a pretty impressive suite. However, there are some people who aren't so keen about it and are saying that Meta fudged the numbers when it comes down to their benchmarks. So we're going to go ahead and cover it in today's video. Let's get right into it. Okay, so we're going to start off by quickly reading the article that Meta themselves made about their suite of AI models, just to get a quick overview. So they released just yesterday, as of making this video anyways, the Llama 4 Herd, the beginning of a new era in natively multimodal AI innovation. And they released a couple different models. They released Llama 4 Scout, which is their more miniature model meant for more small scale tasks, Maverick, which is their kind of like main model, and then Behemoth, which is their 2 trillion total parameter insanely large model, which is basically made to teach other AI models and also used for distilling it down to like a smaller, more specialized model. And all in all, everything that they've provided here seems to be quite impressive. So they've listed a bunch of different takeaways. They uploaded one of their models to LM Arena, which I'll get into it a bit because that's where the controversy starts. And they say that some of these models are their best models yet. And you can go ahead and get it on llama.com or Hugging Face. I will leave a link to the description down below, so you can go ahead and download the models for yourself if you want to try it. And you can also go ahead and use it on like Meta AI and on WhatsApp, Messenger, Instagram, stuff like that, right? So all in all, it seems to be a pretty competent model. Like any AI release, it comes with a list of benchmarks here performed by Meta themselves, and clearly it shows that it exceeds in certain areas. It's not as great with coding, where DeepSeek v3.1 actually takes the lead. But with a bunch of other things, it beats out Gemini, DeepSeek, and a bunch of others. Except when it comes down to cost, Gemini is just a little bit cheaper, but all in all, Llama 4 is still pretty cheap when it comes down to cost of actually running the model, or at least estimated cost anyways. So all in all, it looks like a pretty decent model, at least from the get-go. This is from the get-go. Let's start digging a little bit deeper. So this is an article by TechCrunch. Meta's benchmarks for its new AI models are a bit misleading, according to a reporter at TechCrunch. One of the new flagship models Meta released on Saturday, Maverick, ranks second on LM Arena, a test that has human raters compare the outputs of models and choose which they prefer. But it seems the version of Maverick that Meta deployed to the LM Arena differs from the version that's widely available to developers. Now, if you aren't already aware as to what the LM Arena is, I'm going to go ahead and pull it up for you right now on my screen. The LM Arena is basically a website where you can go ahead real easily and basically rank and vote on AI models. So what you can do is, if you look at my screen here, you can go to lmarena.ai and you can go into what's called the battle mode. And the battle mode, the whole point about it is that you can go ahead, you can type in a prompt, and I could ask the AI a question, and then it'll provide me two responses, a model A and a model B. What will happen is I then vote on which response was better, and then it tells me what model was what. So the user never gets told what model is what initially, and then after they vote, they're told what the model was. So it's pretty simple. It's not super easy to cheat, but Meta tried to cheat it, and we're going to go ahead and cover that in a second. As you can tell, the overall rank of the model is quite high. It's actually number 2 in the list. Currently, the number 1 model, according to users, is the Gemini 2.5 Pro model, which doesn't surprise me because that model is actually pretty dang impressive. So, all in all of these things make sense, but it does appear, according to several different AI researchers, that Meta noted on its announcement that the Maverick on LM Arena is an experimental chat version, and a chart on the official Llama website, meanwhile, also discloses that Meta's LM Arena testing was conducted using a Llama 4 Maverick version optimized for conversationality, meaning what they put on the LM Arena isn't the version that you can download, which As this reporter says, is quite a problem because when you tailor a model to a benchmark, withhold that model from the public, like the public eye, and then release a vanilla variant of that same model, developers are going to have a hard time predicting exactly how well the model will perform in particular contexts. It's also just flat out misleading. So, all in all, people aren't happy about this, and I don't necessarily blame them. This was not a good decision by Meta. And for what it's worth, admittedly, LM Arena has never really been the most reliable measure of an AI model's performance, but it tries to be the best it can. It's the least biased option, at least as of right now. It is probably the least biased way that you can go out and vote for AI models because it relies directly on user input. This is the one time, however, that a company tried to cheat it, or at least has admitted to customizing the model in such a way where it's fine tuned to LM Arena. Like, why do this? This is such a bad idea. You're going to confuse your developers, which are also your customers, the people who are going to pay you. You're going to confuse them, and it doesn't make you look good in the first place. So, what I have to wonder is were they like, did they upload the wrong file to them or something, or did they like upload the version that they're using for Meta AI, which is their own like chat environment? Admittedly, I do know Meta, at least as far as I'm aware, edits their model specifically for Meta AI, which is their own like chat platform that they have on like Facebook and Instagram and stuff like that. I know they edit their model for their own platform. Maybe it's possible that they accidentally released a version for it that's like, that's meant for Meta AI or something, or maybe that was the only one they had. I'm not sure, but it just doesn't make you look good when you like when you benchmark your product with a better version of it that you don't release and you are choosing not to. It doesn't help you. It doesn't make people necessarily want to buy your product. It's misleading, is what it is. It causes confusion, it causes distrust in the company, and it just overall, it's not a good look. It's really, really, really not. So, admittedly, I'll be honest with you, I'm a little disappointed in Meta. I'm going to be honest. This is not what I expected them to do whatsoever. And it's just sad. Like, why are we doing this? Why are we here? This shouldn't happen. Companies should in this industry should know better. Now, admittedly, every company messes up. Every company does, weird tactics to try and get ahead, and maybe those tactics aren't exactly moral. But it's a commonplace thing when it comes to the tech industry. I know, but I still feel like there should be a little bit of a call out. You shouldn't fudge the numbers. You shouldn't just advertise a version of the product that you aren't selling that's made to be better, but you're not releasing it and you're not selling it to the developers. You shouldn't advertise that. It's literally it is false advertising. It you don't and again, I'm not a lawyer and some of this is definitely like a little alleged, but it's just it's kind of sad. You think they would know better not to do this, but they went ahead and did it anyways, and that's just it's kind of sad. Admittedly, it does really put into perspective how big tech operates nowadays because they don't operate under the best of moral guidelines, I would say. Um, Funny enough, this is a little off topic, but kind of strings into the whole thing I'm talking about. Google used to have like a motto. It went something like "Do no evil" or something like that, right? And Google is like the biggest monopoly. They do a lot of different stuff. I mean, heck, you're listening to me on a Google product right now. And admittedly, they don't really carry that catchphrase "do no evil" anymore. Um Most big tech companies don't or wouldn't. Admittedly, big tech is kind of just a cutthroat industry that just definitely doesn't play by the rules sometimes. So it's a little disappointing to see something like this happen, especially in such an industry where the actual community behind it and the users behind it are very important and are kind of what drive the whole industry. You know what I mean? It's just it's I don't know. It's a little disappointing. It's a little sad to see them do something like this. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I thought this wasn't that great of a thing that Meta did. Personally, I'm not a huge fan. But let me know what you guys' thoughts are in the comments down below. That's about it for today's video. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Take care, you guys, and remember to stay safe out there.